Hello Aquarius, welcome to your July of 2019 reading. My name is Jai Gobind and this is your channel for grace. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing, for hitting the notification bell so you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it and leave a comment if you resonate with the reading. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Channel for Grace. And also, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on my website at channelforgrace.guru, and then you click on book a reading. And any love donations can be made to paypal.me/Eagle Star Yoga. All right, we're going to talk about July. It's a pretty jam-packed month, and there's a lot going on astrologically. What I'm going to do is burn a little bit of Palo Santo and help create that sacred space for us for this reading, and then we'll get into July and the cards. All right. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and teachers for being here with us today. I would like to ask help clearing the energy of the decks that I will be using for your reading today. As well as my energy, so I can be that open channel of wisdom, of messages, of intuition to flow through to my beautiful Aquarius family. And as I shuffle, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about July. July is an epic month, you guys. Eclipse season. Eclipse season is here. That's all I can say about that, really. Just kind of explains it all. On July 2nd, we have a total solar eclipse in Cancer. On July 16th, we have a total lunar eclipse in Capricorn. And on the 31st, we have a second new moon in Leo, which is called the Black Supermoon, interestingly enough. The cool thing about it is just that it's the second new moon in the month of July. So it just like jam-packs a lot this month. Like a lot is going on. Eclipses are opportunities for us to heal in a very revolutionary type of way. Eclipses bring up stuff for us to deal with, but they also open up doors for us to step through. New doors, things that lead to unknown places, uncharted territory. It's the road less traveled that we get to embark on, or we get to take, and there are so many new things to learn and be excited about on the other side. This is not something to be scared of or to fear. It's something to be so grateful for, that the universe and the stars align in such a way to help us. They're like nudging us. It's like our spirit guides, like asking us to step a little further. You got this. You know, we've been taking lots of baby steps, and now it's time to start taking bigger steps. I feel it in my life, and I know that you guys are feeling it right now in your life. This is no more for babies. You know what I mean? Like, it's time. If you haven't checked out the full moon in Sagittarius reading that I did, the full moon ceremony, I talked about how we are done being broken. Like, it's time for us to stop being broken. And that's not something that happens on its own. Like if you're still blaming other people for you being broken, you're still broken. And the truth is that even though, yes, circumstances in our lives have played a big role in us being broken, stopping that flow, stopping that cycle, that repetitive cycle, stopping that trauma, stepping out of that wheel of karma is a choice. You get to choose now if you still want to be broken or not. And that's what confuses people, because we like to think that we identify, right? Here's a better way to say it. We identify with being broken, right? We identify with it. It's our story, and we love to tell it. And that's what makes us who we are up until now. Now, that's no longer our story. The universe is opening up a different door. Are you going to step through? Are you going to stop identifying with your past and begin identifying with something new? It's possible. It's truly possible. It takes work. It takes leaving behind a lot of things that we were once attached to, that we once needed in our lives really strongly. And it's completely fine. But now it's time to move forward in a new direction. So we're going to do this reading for you guys. And I pull 5 cards: intuition, challenge, overall theme, wisdom from the ancestors, and animal spirit, and some clarifiers if we ever need them. And also oracle cards as well. So those were my little clarifiers for that one. And I want to now pull an animal card for Aquarius. What animal is going to be guiding Aquarius? I'll pull all the cards first, and then I go into the reading and show you the pictures of the cards. But you who do have a horse, the swan, and the snake so far. What other animal is going to guide you? The bat. Rebirth. Okay. We begin this reading with the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is about grief. It's exactly this energy that I was talking about. This is so funny, but it is exactly the energy of holding on. You're holding on to something. Because grief, okay, there's a natural process of grieving, right? We all grieve at some point in our lives. Doesn't matter, like one type of grief, one reason for grieving is not a better reason for grieving than another. There's no judgment here. Grief is grief. And if you feel it, you do feel that lower vibrational frequency that brings you kind of down. It's like you're sad about something and you can't quite put your finger on it. But you have to put your finger on it, because that's the only way to move through it, beyond it, to start to actually move in a different direction. It's not like the grief is completely going to go away. And this can be grief because of a loss of a loved one, a loss of a relationship, a transition in your life that is so intense that you feel the grief of letting go of the things that you used to do, because now you're beginning to do new things in your life. That's why I'm saying grief is completely a natural process. There's nothing wrong with grieving. And just because this card came up doesn't mean that you are essentially right now experiencing this, but some of you are. Some of you are feeling this grief, and you are needing like a little light at the end of the tunnel to show you that it's okay. And I'm here to tell you that it's okay. It's okay to be sad that we are moving into a new world. It's okay to grieve the loss of the past, the old, and step into a new vibration. I'm going to tell you right now, there's something really powerful coming towards you, and it's going to help you sort of begin to do that, like that releasing process, to start to do that letting go. Because the next card that you get is the 10 of Pentacles. This card is about fulfillment. This card is about abundance. This is money. Like, it is material and spiritual abundance. It's coming right at you. You've been doing the work, and now something beautiful is happening. And even though we're doing a lot of letting go still, you know, a lot of releasing, there's still amazing things coming because we have been doing the work. This isn't just in one area of your life either. This is in all areas of your life. And the number 10 technically represents or indicates in the tarot, in the traditional tarot, it's like a completion cycle. It's like, okay, we get to the end of this road and then something new begins on the other side. And so this, and I also see in this card, if you see this sort of like circle image, you've got the colors of the chakras and you see this kind of like portal energy, right? It's like the twilight zone and you're like, ooh, here's the coins, you know, and you're about to like, you're going through like the wormhole and it's taking you to abundance. It's taking you to this energy. So I see a lot of beautiful things happening for you this month of July if you are able to be okay with where you're at emotionally and have compassion for yourself and know that something amazing is coming. So having that thought, something amazing is coming, is going to help you move through whatever emotional thing you got to go through. Sometimes, maybe all the time, those emotional ups and downs, like you can't, especially the downs, you can't go through them without actually experiencing them fully. Experiencing them fully allows you to finally be like, okay, you reach the end of the road and there's nowhere else to go. So the only way to keep going is to turn around and start walking back up, because you have the sun right after this card. This is the overall theme for you, and we are having a solar eclipse. So this brings up the solar eclipse in Cancer, where the sun and the moon come together perfectly. It's a total solar eclipse. And Cancer is about the home. It's about where do you feel at home? What makes you feel like you are home? Connecting with that, understanding what that is, and moving in that direction. And having that abundance of the 10 of Pentacles be, okay, this is where I take my home. This is what home is for me. It is having abundance in my life. It is feeling like a really bright light. The sun. The sun is the brightest star in our solar system. It warms us. It's like the light of the sun brings warmth into every cell of our bodies. And you'll be amazed, but there's something really funny about this, because when we are feeling kind of depressed or sad or going through grief, if you can go outside and be in nature and let the sun rays hit your body, your skin, so technically you're like receiving vitamin D, that actually helps to heal depression or sadness or any level of that, really. We have for the next cards we've got, I guess I'll show them to you first. We've got the Father of Cups, and what I'm seeing more in this card is that swan, the ugly duckling story. You also get the Empress, which is fertility, creativity, the earth. Here's the moon again, the feminine, the sacred divine feminine, and the Daughter of Wands. And I'm seeing the snake and this energy of like the flowers, the creativity. So the feminine is coming to be an example for you right now. And it also has to do with emotions, because the cups, the suit of cups, is about the emotions. And this specific card, the Father of Cups, he's very diplomatic, but even more important, he's very open-minded. So this is a message to open your mind. Or as, Neo in the movie The Matrix likes to say, free your mind. Free your mind. Connect with what really matters. The Empress asking you to step into your divine feminine, your creativity, abundance in the realm of like groundedness, of feeling like you belong, like you're not the outcast, like you're not the one that doesn't fit in. You belong because who you are in a very special way is exactly what this world needs. It needs a you to help bring more light, but it needs a you in his or her power, in his or her strength, seeing their inner light shine bright. That's what the world needs. It needs you at a higher vibration. It needs you at this higher frequency. That's what's creating the grid around the planet, that's bringing more light to the world. And so grounding yourself and connecting with nature and letting that, sitting in that, like that Empress energy, like, this is me. I am the goddess. And even if you're a guy, that doesn't matter, because that energy is still me being in my power. That's what it would mean in general. And the Daughter of Cups is about activating your passion and having a vision. So what's your vision? Your vision is going to become very clear this month of July. Very, very clear. I would like to pull a clarifier also for the Five of Cups for you guys. The message that also wants to come through for the Five of Cups is stop focusing on what's not working and start seeing what is working. It's a perspective shift. But let's get a little more clarity for this Five of Cups for you guys for this eclipse season. All right, Mother of Swords. The perspective, so the Mother of Swords is like the Queen of Swords. So she knows what she wants. She's very clear. She has a lot of clarity. So this is clarity of mind that the universe is asking you, like, what do you want, right? Just like, what is your vision? What are you passionate about? If you find that focus, this is the mind. So she's in control of her mind. And this card is not in control. This card is focusing on all the wrong stuff, right? But this card knows what to focus on. And so the reason that you're feeling this energy is because you just are. Like, that's just what's going on. And if it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. But if this does resonate, you're feeling this energy because it's something that has to happen, and you're also receiving that clarity. Your strength is going to come when you start to see what really matters, when you start to recognize what truly you are here to do and what you want to do. The sword is about the mind. So it's taking back the control. Taking back the control from the not being able to, like, the being lost in the sadness or the grief, to the coming back to your power as in the mind, like taking control of your mind again. Interestingly enough, we get the bat, and I don't know if you can see, but this card has a moon right there, a full moon, a very bright moon. And then you also got the sun card. So this is the eclipse. So this is a message coming to you directly about the eclipses. These eclipses for you are going to be a rebirth. Rebirth. That is what the bat is about. The bat is about the shamanic death ritual. It is about letting go of the old, letting go of the past, and moving into the future, into the unknown. The abundance is coming, but this is your work. This is the work that needs to be done. This is the revolution that's going to show up in your life. It is a rebirth. So let's pull a card. So what is this rebirth about? I want to ask for a clarification for this reading. What is this rebirth about, the bat? Why is the bat here? What rebirth does Aquarius need to experience here in July? What's this rebirth about for Aquarius. Just need one card. One card to clarify a little bit more what this is about. Okay. The rebirth is so the Nine of Wands is what brings us this clarity, right? You're walking up the stairs and you're walking up to the moon. And the moon is your emotions. And Aquarius is not that much emotion. It's like, I feel like Aquarius can be kind of like out there, like floating around in outer space. And being connected to the physical body is something that's kind of maybe a little bit more difficult for Aquarius energy. But you're walking towards it, because this Nine of Wands is about like you're almost there. And the card says this is not the time to give up, because you're almost there. So this rebirth has to do with you stepping into listening to your heart a little bit more, to your emotions a little bit more, or connecting to the heart. It's so interesting because these messages are like, they deal with the heart and the mind. And it's very powerful. Like it's like with the Queen of Swords, it's like knowing where you stand and then also understanding where you're going. And that you're almost there, and all you got to do is just keep walking, because like there's literally like just a couple more steps. That's what your rebirth is about. You're walking towards facing, because that's what the moon is about. You're walking forward to face your fears. Let's pull 3 Work Your Light Oracle cards for Aquarius. All right, there's 1, 2, and 3. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? If people in your life are not really respecting you, it's time to set better boundaries. If you are not respecting yourself, it's time to set better boundaries. Realign your life so that you respect yourself. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. We've been getting ready. You are a starseed, a light worker, and you are going, it's almost like you are on time. There's no need to worry about everything that's happening is perfect. Can you be in that space of knowing that you've been training this for lifetimes and you're exactly where you need to be? So fill up your well, retreat, rest, and refuel, because this energy is very intense and it's going to feel like a lot going on, a lot coming through. Rebirth energy is never easy. Eclipses are never easy. They always bring stuff up so that we can deal with it, face it, and then like it catapults us forward. Quantum leaps is what we're taking. So take care of yourself now so that you can be ready for that. I hope that this reading resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back to do another monthly reading next month for August for you. So in between now and then, enjoy watching all the content that comes out on the channel, and have an amazing and powerful eclipse season. Sat Nam.